Dave Elman Induction, Principles and Methodology. Dave Elman was born in 1900 and died in 1967. He left behind invaluable knowledge and techniques through his research in the field of medical hypnosis, not only to his children who continue to spread and teach his techniques, but also to all of humanity. Today, the Elman induction is one of the most widely used inductions around the world. Although it is not instantaneous, it is a powerful induction that has drawn attention for its effectiveness and speed in reaching states of consciousness ranging from somnambulism to the state of estale, or also named hypnotic coma, used in the medical field. The Elman induction involves several elements: progressive relaxation, active engagement, fractionation, presuggestion, confirmation of physical relaxation, suggestion of amnesia, dissociation, and more. As Dave Elman mentions in his book Hypnotherapy,
as a practitioner employing this tool, all you can do is show a subject how to overcome the hurdle of moving from a normal waking or sleeping state to a peculiar state of mind known as hypnosis. Are you thinking of hypnotizing someone? In fact, he will hypnotize himself. This means that those of us using suggestions yield no power over any subject. A more accurate term than hypnotherapist is hypnotic operator. As the operator, you teach the subject how to achieve the trance state or other states, and then, if the subject is willing, you stimulate his imagination, acting, so to speak, as a dream pilot. It is pleasant to know that you can pilot almost anyone's imagination, simulating thoughts that are more enjoyable and more intense than those usually deemed possible. But again, do not confuse this piloting ability with power. I stress the words "if the subject is willing" because consent is imperative. You cannot impart a suggestion unless the subject is willing to take it. At all times and in all degrees of hypnosis, the subject has complete power of selectivity. He therefore reacts only to suggestions that are reasonable and pleasing to him.
Dave Elman, Hypnotherapy, 1964. This observation is even more interesting as it explains certain phrases found in his induction aimed at encouraging the subject to stimulate the trance state by his own will. Dave Elman's induction is particularly recognized for its effectiveness and rapidity. In just a few minutes, the subject manages to reach a deep enough trance state to achieve heightened attention and suggestibility. Here are the different levels of hypnotic states mentioned in a series of lectures with Larry Elman, the son of Dave Elman, along with their explanations. 1. Waking hypnosis. This state is the lightest, where the participant is aware of their environment while being receptive to suggestions. This is a less profound form of hypnosis that can be used for quick and opportunistic interventions, often in clinical or therapeutic situations. 2. Light trance. In this state, the participant is more relaxed than in a waking state but remains able to respond to the practitioner's instructions. 3. Medium trance. The participant is in a more pronounced state of relaxation, with their attention focused more on the practitioner's suggestions. In this phase, the participant might begin to show signs of amnesia or disinterest in external stimuli. 4. Somnambulism. At this stage, the participant is in an adequate trance to induce suggestions and engage with the unconscious. This is often the sought-after state in therapeutic contexts. 5. Estale state or hypnotic coma. This level is characterized by a coma-like state, inducing a deep detachment from the outside world, where the participant feels so comfortable that they completely ignore external stimuli. Indeed, the person feels no pain or discomfort, making this state particularly useful during medical interventions. The estale state is an advanced level of hypnosis that can be considered a form of anesthesia, requiring no medication. Other lesser-known states have been explored and taught by Larry Elman along with a collaborator in certain workshops. Even though they are not part of the states introduced by the Dave Elman induction today, I wanted to mention them so that you are aware of their existence. The ultra-depth state, the ultra-height state and the ultra-healing state, that we won't be covered on that tutorial. Before starting the induction, I suggest to use yes sets. Even if it is not a part of the Elman induction, the yes set is a hypnotic communication technique where you get the subject to respond affirmatively to a series of statements or questions. This aims to create a state of compliance and openness in the participant's mind. Creating a yes set before the start of the induction reduces mental resistance, preparing the participant to accept the suggestions that will follow. Having made several positive affirmations, the participant is psychologically prepared to respond favorably to the practitioner's requests. Questions as simple as, "Are you doing well? Are you happy to be here today? Are you ready to participate in this experience? Are you ready to be hypnotized?" will likely generate a yes. Use a hypnotic voice, pauses in addition to pacing and leading techniques. The concept of pacing and leading is a technique used in hypnosis that first involves adjusting to the subject's experiences, feelings, and behaviors. Pacing involves observing and recognizing the participant's current behavior, including their posture, tone of voice, breathing rhythm, physical and emotional responses. The practitioner synchronizes their own words and behaviors with the subject to create a rapport of trust. By observing the subject's breathing, the practitioner can adjust their own verbal pace to match that of the participant. After establishing the pacing, the practitioner begins to guide the participant into a state of relaxation or hypnosis. This is done through suggestions that gradually shift from what the participant currently knows and feels to the states or feelings the practitioner wishes them to adopt. Now returning to the Elman induction and its fundamental principles. The use of direct suggestion. A direct suggestion in hypnosis is an explicit instruction given to the participant by the hypnotic operator, aimed at provoking a specific response or change. These suggestions are formulated clearly and affirmatively, without ambiguity, to achieve an immediate effect on the subject's state of consciousness or behavior. Dave Elman's induction is primarily composed of direct suggestions to deepen the trance, throughout the entire process of induction. The power of a direct suggestion can bring about lasting behavioral changes, making this approach particularly effective in a therapeutic setting, but it must be accepted by the subject as reasonable. 1. One of the first principles is the active engagement of the participant. A key characteristic of the Elman induction is the encouragement of the subject's voluntary participation. The practitioner emphasizes that the success of the induction depends on the person's willingness, which reinforces their engagement and participation in the process. Furthermore, as we saw in the cited excerpt from Elman's book, Hypnotherapy, only the person can hypnotize themselves. We are merely hypnotic operators. Several times it is used throughout the induction, such as, "Make sure your eyes are so relaxed that you maintain that relaxation." And if you have followed my instructions well, when you are certain that your eyelids are so relaxed that they simply no longer work, you can double that relaxation. Or, and now, we can deepen this relaxation even more. In a moment, I will ask you to open and close your eyes. When you close your eyes, that will be your signal to let this feeling of relaxation become 10 times deeper. All you have to do is want it to happen, and you can do it. I cannot do it for you. 2. Eyelid catalepsy. Catalepsy is a state in which certain parts of the body, often the limbs, become rigid and immobile, even in the face of external stimuli. In a hypnotic context, it refers to the temporary suspension of voluntary muscle function, induced by hypnotic suggestions. And you can double that relaxation and test them for a few seconds to make sure they will no longer work. Excellent, stop testing now. If the person becomes too relaxed before the catalepsy is induced, they may enter a state of deep relaxation where their ability to respond to catalepsy works less effectively. In the Elman induction, catalepsy is induced at the beginning of the trance. This highlights the importance of managing the pace of the hypnotic induction well and knowing when to introduce catalepsy suggestions to achieve the best results. Catalepsy will help the participant to believe that he has reached a level of trance. It also demonstrates the subject's ability to follow suggestions, reinforcing the authority of the practitioner and allowing for greater control over the hypnotic experience. After establishing compliance, the practitioner asks the participant to relax the muscles around the eyes, leading to catalepsy that prevents the eyes from opening. This marks an opportunity for the operator to make the transition to induce deeper trance states. Catalepsy creates a tangible physical experience of the control the participant has over their own body, reinforcing the idea of letting go and surrendering to a hypnotic state. Additionally, when catalepsy is induced at the start of a session, it becomes much easier and quicker to take a person into a deeper level of trance. 3. Focusing on physical sensations. The induction begins with relaxation exercises targeting the eye muscles, then extends to the entire body. This focus helps create a generalized sensation of relaxation that is necessary to enter more advanced states of hypnosis. This relaxation that you have in your eyes is the same quality of relaxation that I want you to have throughout your whole body. So, just let this quality of relaxation flow, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. 4. Dissociation from external stimuli. The participant is encouraged to ignore or integrate surrounding noises, which helps reduce distractions. This contributes to creating a conducive environment for the hypnotic induction. The sound of my voice relaxes you more and more, helping you go even deeper into relaxation, more and more deeply. You can hear noises around, cars passing by, people talking around you, an ambulance passing in the street, but none of these sounds can disturb you, and all these sounds are helping you go even deeper into relaxation, deeper and deeper, by detaching yourself more and more from the surrounding sounds. 5. Fractionation. The technique of fractionation is integrated into the induction, where the participant is led to open and close their eyes repeatedly. Fractionation reinforces and anchors the hypnotic experience by creating cycles of increasing relaxation. With each closure of the eyes, the participant penetrates more deeply into their trance state. On the count of 3, I will ask you to open and close your eyes, and double that relaxation. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes, close your eyes. Then use suggestions to reinforce the physical relaxation. We can deepen this relaxation even more. In a moment, I will ask you to open and close your eyes once again. And when you close your eyes, just double that relaxation and let it become twice as deep. Open your eyes, close your eyes. Now, once again, open your eyes. Close your eyes and double your relaxation. Let every muscle in your body become so relaxed that as long as you maintain this quality of relaxation, every muscle in your body becomes so relaxed that they just won't work. If we are physically with the person, it is preferable to put a hand in front of their eyes when they open them to avoid any external distractions. Fractionation also helps establish a dynamic of engagement where the participant feels increasingly comfortable letting go into a rich hypnotic experience. 6. Validation of physical relaxation. This test involves assessing the participant's level of physical relaxation, often by manipulating a part of their body, such as gently lifting an arm to observe the muscular response. It allows for measuring the depth of the trance and the participant's ability to relax. You can take their hand and shake it gently, or if you are on Zoom, you can suggest that the participant can no longer lift their hand or even their fingers, as they feel so relaxed that they are unable to do so. By checking that the participant has deeply relaxed their muscles, the practitioner can be assured that the subject is ready to proceed further in the hypnotic process. Additionally, this also reinforces the participant's confidence and commitment, indicating that the induction is effective. In the event that there is resistance when moving the subject's hand, you can simply continue to make suggestions like, "As soon as I place your hand back on your thigh, any residual tension will disappear." And continue to test while encouraging the person to completely relax. 7. State of amnesia. The state of amnesia in hypnosis refers to a condition where the participant does not recall certain thoughts, events, or information, typically due to specific hypnotic suggestions. In the context of the Elman induction, this often translates to the ability to forget certain aspects of the hypnotic experience, such as numbers counted backward, which disappear, allowing mental relaxation to occur. The hypnotic state of amnesia implies dissociation. It allows the participant to dissociate from disturbing thoughts or memories, thereby creating a distance between them and the emotional or cognitive elements that are sources of stress or anxiety. This facilitates therapeutic work, as the participant can focus on positive suggestions without being burdened by distractions. It begins with the suggestion that amnesia will occur. In a moment, I will ask you to start counting backward from 100, doubling your mental relaxation with each number. Now, if you do this, if you follow these instructions well, by the time you reach 98, or perhaps even before, you will be so relaxed that your mind will have completely erased them, unable to continue the countdown. By inducing amnesia for specific elements, such as the numbers in the countdown, the practitioner helps guide the participant into a deeper trance state. This enhances receptiveness to suggestions, thereby assisting in establishing lasting and beneficial changes. 8. Validation of amnesia. It is important to verify the state of the subject to ensure that they have reached the state of amnesia. To do so, check if the numbers have been erased from the participant's memory by asking the question, "Are they all gone?" Be sure to avoid saying, "Have the numbers all gone?" because using the word numbers may bring them back to mind. If yes, you can proceed. If not, you can continue and simply say, "All right, that's fine." You can just stop counting, let them go now. Completely gone. It is better not moving on to the next step until this stage is achieved. This state is called somnambulism state. It is the desired level for therapy, as the subject remains attentive to our suggestions and the unconscious mind is remaining aware, while the conscious mind is totally somewhere else. If we wish to lead the person to reach the stale state, then the practitioner has to guide the participant with specific suggestions from the somnambulism state to the hypnotic coma state. To do so, he has to suggest that there is a level A, and instruct the participant to double his level of relaxation from where he is now to reach level A, taking an escalator or elevator down. From there, he can go even deeper to reach level B, doubling the state of relaxation from level A to achieve level B, and doing the same to reach level C. Upon reaching level C, the subject should have entered the stale state. They are no longer receptive to suggestions, feel no physical pain, and are in a state resembling anesthesia. It is a state of total well-being from which they do not truly wish to exit. In this state, we can place the subject in positions that would seem absolutely uncomfortable without them experiencing any stress or physical fatigue. The Elman induction and the resulting states illustrate a progression of levels of trance. Each state offers different possibilities for therapeutic hypnosis, from light and accessible work to deep states that have practical applications in anesthesia, psychology, and personal development. Mastering these levels allows practitioners to adapt their approach to the specific needs of clients while fostering optimal results. I hope I have clarified Elman's induction for you. See you in the next videos.